Hi everyone, my name is Thanksha Khabini. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking the play button. I am so excited today for the part 3 of Women in the Word. Please watch the series in sequence. Please watch part 1, part 2, then watch this one. Another series that you can watch before watching this one is the Word of God series. I've laid foundations regarding the Word of God, so it is also a good series to catch up with. Today I will continue to look at the life of Jezebel. On the last video, I looked at how Jezebel disobeyed the word of God and how she equipped false prophets to do the same. Today, I'm looking at the consequences of Jezebel's actions. 2 Kings chapter 9 verse 21 describes Jezebel as an idolater and a witch. There are consequences for idolatry and witchcraft. Last week I thought I was done with the Jezebel message, and God came back to me and he was like, you're not done. You need to go back and talk about the consequences of Jezebel. And personally, I don't like talking about the judgment of God or witchcraft. I don't like those topics, but at the end of the day, this is the channel of Jesus, and whatever Jesus wants me to talk about, I'll talk about it, regardless of the warfare. When God has given you assignment, there is a protection. There is the protection of God over the assignment. There is the hand of God over the assignment. So we should not be afraid of speaking or teaching or talking about the things that God has instructed us to teach on. Our study today will be coming from 2 Kings chapter 9 verse 30 until verse 37 NIV. Just to give you the context of the story, Jehu was the newly appointed king of Israel that God used to judge the house of Ahab and Jezebel. As we learned last week, Ahab was the wicked king of Israel and the husband of Jezebel. When Ahab died, his son Joram became the king of Israel, and he did evil just as his father and his mother. So Jehu killed Joab, Jezebel's son, who was the king at the time. Verse 30. When Jehu went to Jezreel, when Jezebel heard about it, she put on eye makeup, arranged her hair, and looked out of a window. Verse 31. As Jehu entered the gate, she asked, "Have you come in peace, you Zimri, you murderer of your master?" He looked up at the window and called out, "Who is on my side?" Who? 2 or 3 eunuchs looked down at him. Verse 33, "Throw her down," Jehu said. So they threw her down, and some of her blood spattered the wall and the horses as they trampled her underfoot. This is very sad. How you die says a lot about how you lived. This is a brutal death of a witch who killed the word of God by killing the prophets of God. That's what we learned last week in part 2. Jezebel ate with 850 false prophets, equipping them to do the works of darkness. How Jezebel died is the judgment of God. There are consequences for witchcraft. There are consequences for not following the commands and the decrees and the laws and the truth of God. Verse 34, Jehu went in and ate and drank. "Take care of that cursed woman," he said, "and bury her, for she was a king's daughter." Jehu called Jezebel a cursed woman. When you disobey the word of God as a woman, you are inviting curses into your life. And when you obey the word of God as a woman, you are inviting blessings into your life. And another thing about Jezebel is that she came from a royal family. Jezebel's father was a king. Jezebel was both a princess and a queen. Verse 35. But when they went out to bury her, they found nothing except her skull, her feet, and her hands. Verse 36. They went back and told Jehu, who said, "This is the word of the Lord that he spoke through his servant Elijah the Tishbite. On the plot of ground at Jezreel, dogs will devour Jezebel's flesh." Verse 37. Jezebel's body will be like a dung on the ground in the plot of Jezreel, so that no one will be able to say, "This is Jezebel." This is so sad. This is so sad because there was nothing to bury. Jezebel was unrecognizable. The dogs devoured her flesh. There was no sign of Jezebel. And it's so sad. It's so sad. When you lived well, you will be honored. You will have a funeral. So Jezebel never had a funeral. Jezebel never had honor after she died, after that brutal death. Because Jezebel was a princess and a queen, she deserved a royal funeral, like most of the queens and the princesses. She deserved a royal funeral, but she never even had a funeral. That's how sad her story is. Because of a witchcraft and idolatry, Jezebel never had a funeral. And if you read chapter 10 of 2 Kings, Ahab's family and the servant of Baal were also killed. In conclusion, the woman watching this video, let us do the opposite of Jezebel. The woman watching this video, obey the word of God and you will be blessed. Obey the word of God and you will have a funeral. You will have an honorable funeral and you will not die brutally the way Jezebel died. The woman watching this video, be the woman who obeys the word of God. Be the woman who submit to the word of God and you will have a blessed life. You will have a peaceful life. You will have joy. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you again next time. God bless you. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. I share a new Bible study video every Monday, 1 p.m.